kind of a bad message that women have received, which is that it's always down to somebody else to make the first move. You might find yourself saying something like, well, if they were confident, they would approach me. Or if they liked me enough, they would approach me. Or I think it's the man's job to start approaching. Now, whilst I can understand where that comes from, and like most things, there is a grain of truth in sometimes, particularly for heterosexual dating, where you want to let the man make that first move. Dating has always been a dance. So because of that, I want to start to enlighten you to the fact that you can still be feminine, you can still let him make his effort, you can still allow him to be the guy, but there are ways that you can really make it a lot easier for him to approach you. And because of that, you're not giving your value away. In fact, you're actually starting to go out there and meet far more men. So at the moment, if you're not meeting enough of the right kind of guys that you want to meet, it might be because you are being reliant on being passive and seeing who approaches you. Now, in modern dating, lots of the time, guys find it super difficult to approach women. Particularly in this post-Me Too era, it's easy for guys to get the impression that there is simply no way that they can approach you that is respectful and cool. Because of that, you'll find that often guys who might have the least respect, or maybe the pushiest, might be the only ones that ever actually make that bold move in a way that you recognize and make that approach on you, whilst all the other guys who might be a bit more considerate and conscientious, who you might want to actually meet, they're all holding themselves back because they have limiting beliefs and fears around dating, and they might just simply feel that in modern dating they're not allowed to approach you. So how we begin to fix this isn't that you suddenly have to be a man and swap up your identity and how you feel like, but you can learn to do things like sending clearer signals out. So that would be sending clearer signals that you'd like him to approach you. You can make it much easier for him to approach you, so that those excuses that he's contending with, which means he's talking himself out of approaching you because you seem occupied or you seem dismissive, we can really help to reduce that fear for him, which means far more men are going to approach you. Because rather than being reliant on whoever approaches us, you might think that that's a sign that he's really interested in you. In fact, it's not. If a guy approaches you, I'm going to level with you, it just means that at that moment, he is feeling confident enough to do so. Obviously, he's attracted to you. However, this isn't really a very good indicator as to whether he's open to a relationship or anything beyond a conversation that night. You simply don't know. So it really is in your interests, especially if you feel that you're just not meeting any guys at all that you like right now, to start to learn how to engage with more men, and then suddenly you will move from this space of scarcity where you feel like, oh gosh, there's no guys I can meet, the only guy that I really like isn't interested in the same relationship as me. Suddenly you're going to find that you have the confidence to go after the relationships that you want, because you're going to realize how easy it is actually to go out there and meet so many different guys, and that in fact good men still very much exist. So I want you to be really thinking critically at this time, are you being proactive enough? Ways that you could be proactive would be updating your social media, making your online dating profile better, sending nudges and winks to guys to contact you. If you're interested in other women, obviously sending messages out to them as well. It could be learning about how to meet more men in real life, clearing down your diary so you have more physical time to meet people. It could be saying no to some social commitments so that you're more able to go on dates. I want you to really think about how you could potentially be doing more. Sometimes it's the hardest thing in the world to go out and actually go, you know what, I could probably be doing more. But it's from that space of going, I could probably be doing more, that we actually you're gonna get to have more personal responsibility to start to create the change that you really wanna see happen.